Welcome everybody to the Waconia Ice Arena. Waconia Wildcats just getting underway. Home game tonight against the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. Section game for the Wildcats. Here comes Jefferson pushing into the Wildcat zone. Shot's going to go well wide of the net. Emerson Shetty picks up the puck, turns up ice, pass to Raven Brink. Back to the middle to Kristen Strozak. Strozak going to drive wide into the zone. She pulls up. Puck poke checked away. Held in by Strozak. Brink has some room. Looks for Strozak in the middle. Backhand move to the slot. Rebound was there. Strozak finds it. Works behind the Jefferson net. Addie Smith works in the corner. Puck is played up the wall. Held in by Emerson Shetty. Waconia defense. Pinching, playing aggressive. Leah Britz on the regroup for the Wildcats. And some time and space deep in the Wildcat zone. Just patient play by Shetty. Pass off the wall to Brandt. Chance for Brandt. Shot. Blocker save, and that'll trickle into the corner. Ellie Simonson working to gain possession. Puck's played down below the goal line. Poke check by number 23, Sydney Schneider. Shetty with a chance from the point. Shot. Hit traffic. Held in at the blue line by Britz momentarily. Shetty's going to regroup. Shetty driving wide. Drop pass at the hash marks to Brandt. Centering pass to Schneider. Doesn't find its way, but Jefferson able to gain possession. Breakout disrupted by Josie Petz. Here comes Petz. Shot. Rebound loose for a second and covered up. Feels like the Wildcats have been on the road for a while. Glad to see them back at home. I like the commute much better. Kristen Strozak on the draw for the Wildcats. Get her forwards out. Looks like we'll have Chloe Charbonneau and Raven Brink. Puck drops. Charbonneau with pressure. Puck's rung up the wall, held in by Clemens. Clemens and Grace McLean are the defensemen for the Wildcats. McLean will hustle back. It's body position. She's going to rim that one along the wall. Strozak plays the puck to point. Shot. It's Stanislawski high. Made the save, though. Here comes Kristen Strozak capitalizing on a loose puck. She'll dunk. Charbonneau with pressure. Big collision behind the net. Jefferson's going to go up a man. Touch up by Leah Britz. Pretty sure it'll be a body checking call against Chloe Charbonneau. Solid pop, really. Chloe's coming in hard on the forecheck, and Bloomington player just caught a lot of the body. 2-minute penalty, 11:57 remaining in the first period. Wildcats on the penalty kill will have Ava Brandt and Ellie Simonson forwards, and Emerson Shetty and Leah Britz defense. Indirect pass off the wall. That one's going to sneak out of the zone. Jefferson's going to have to regroup. Pass picked up by Brandt. Brandt all alone regroups. Got tied up on the rebound. Jefferson back checkers. Come back and collect the loose change. Good penalty kill so far for Waconia. Grade A scoring chance. And keeping it in the opposing team's end. Jaguars moving through the neutral zone with speed. Ridden off by Kristen Strozak. Puck kicked ahead. Played through the slot to Simonson. Cross-ice pass by the Jaguars misses the mark. Here comes Strozak. She has a play on it. Just miss it. Minute 12 remaining on the power play for Bloomington. Shot in the tip, save. Rebound's going to come to the sidewall. Another centering attempt. Jefferson below the goal line. Puck caught up in the skates. Here's Sidney Schneider with some pressure. Jefferson still able to get the puck to the sidewall and cycle high. Here's the shot from the point. Tip, wide of the net. Pressure by Schneider and McLean. McLean forcing the turnover. Shot's going to hit Schneider's shin pads. Chipped ahead to Strozak, and Strozak will chip into the neutral zone, allow the Wildcats to get a couple of their penalty killers off the ice. Some fresh legs. Strozak will chip into the zone, and she'll change. There's Addison Smith on the forecheck. Good pressure. Forced that bad pass. Petz was able to step in the lane. Wildcats trying to get possession of the puck, connect on some passes, but they're skating hard and playing through the hands. So there's a lot of positives so far to start the period. Wildcats even strength 5-on-5 hockey. Josie Petz, she'll dump. Grant and Smith contemplating who's going to go in on the forecheck. Smith does. Jefferson chips in the zone, 2-on-2 chance shot, glove save. Puck's played to the sidewall. Stanislavski got a stick on it. Rebound cleared away. Puck played to the corner by the Jaguars. B2B pass picked up by Simonson. Simonson crosses the red line. She was going to dump. Brink will peel off for a change. Simonson stays on the attack. Strozak fresh on the ice. She's going to work down below the goal line. Moves behind the Jaguar net. Spins around for a one-timer. Shot by Charbonneau. Couple quick saves. Another chance of the slot. Puck's going to come up to the blue line. The chip out, but Simonson had a really good look. Nice one-timer by Charbonneau as well. Speaking of Charbonneau, she stays on the attack. Schneider picks up the puck at the hash marks momentarily. Jaguars are out of the zone. Look at Clemens. Clemens stepping up in the play. She could have even kept going, try to get around the defenseman, get alone on the goalie. Good pinch. Clemens staying on the attack. McLean will backhand it to the slot. Pass intercepted. Again by Petz. Wildcats on the regroup. McLean to Clemens. Clemens back to McLean. Tip pass by Schneider to Petz. Petz to Brandt. Brandt tries to load up a shot. Blocked. Ritz met the puck at the red line. She'll dump. Wildcat forwards. Brandt's on the attack. Looks like we have Smith and Brink coming out on the ice. Jefferson pulls up at the hash marks. Met by Raven Brink. Good strong play. Ava Brandt. Jaguars are going to have to tag up. Puck came out of the zone. They were still behind the blue line. Gives the Wildcats a chance to break out. Nice pass by Shuddy to Brink. Brink fanned on it. See if she got across the red line. Refs are going to say play on. Cross-ice pass by the Jaguars. Clemens thought the pinch. Jaguars driving wide. Puck hits the side of the net. Player just ran out of space. Raven Brink capitalizing on a player losing her edge. Pass to Charbonneau, bounces off her stick, and the Jaguars are back through the neutral zone. Pull up at the tops of the circles, cut to the middle. Good stick by Brink. Puck bounces back to Clemens. Clemens pass off the wall to Charbonneau. Charbonneau looking for Strozak. The Jaguars will rim the puck up the wall. McLean will pick it off at the blue line. Pass to the high slot to Charbonneau. Cleared away by the Jaguars. That one may have enough to make it down for icing, and it will. 6:01 left on the clock. All zeros, no scorer yet. Thursday night game here in Waconia. Thanks for tuning in. We're on the cusp of the weekend. Josie Petz lines up to take the draw. Simonson and Smith, wings. Brits and Shuddy, defense for the Wildcats. Chip around Brits. Wildcats will have to hustle back down, and it's going to be another icing on the Jaguars. The Wildcats were in action on Tuesday night in Pine City. 2-hour drive, so couldn't make it up there in time. But both JV and varsity won 5-1. So Wildcats playing a hot hand. Back check by Josie Petz to force a turnover. This puck comes to Shuddy. Shuddy to Brits. Jaguars cross into Wildcat territory. Drive to the net. Backhand to forehand shot. Hits the side of the net. Shuddy picks it out. Quick breakout to Charbonneau. Charbonneau to Simonson. Foot race to the puck. Simonson stays on the offensive. And reversed by the defenseman for Jefferson. Got a couple good skaters on the squad. Drive wide. McLean takes the body. Good play to disrupt the puck, create that turnover. Jefferson able to hold possession, though. Comes to the corner, picked up by Charbonneau. Charbonneau pass to Strozak. Charbonneau got enough on it to clear it out of the zone. Quick regroup by the Jaguars. Shot blocked by Clemens. The 13, Addie Clemens. Good physical play, but referees keep their hands down. Retaliation against, like Petz got the ire of it. Stanislawski will come to the bench. Now, delayed penalty, it's always a tough one when the play is right around the net because the puck could just as easily hit a skate or a Wildcat stick and go into the net. So Stanislawski playing it safe. The Wildcats will be on the power play at 4:19 remaining in the first period. To go back and watch the replay, it looked like maybe two had the original hit. The second one against Petz was maybe more of a retaliation. I think Clemens maybe had the initial play, good play in the body, and then the secondary player came through and just railroaded Petz. Puck comes up the wall to Shuddy. Smith, Brits threw it to the net. Clearing attempt held in at the blue line by Shuddy. Walks it into the zone. She's going to chip to Simonson. Clearing attempt is successful. Draw the Wildcats back into their zone. Shuddy changed directions. Pass to Smith. Here comes Addie Smith. A little extra move at the blue line. Wildcats offsides will change up their power play personnel. Minute 28 remaining. Plenty of time for the man advantage. Power play unit will be Kristen Strozak, Chloe Charbonneau, Raven Brink at forward, Addie Clemens, and Grace McLean at deep. Puck held in at the blue line by Clemens. She mohawks out, finds some space, and nice pass to Charbonneau. Charbonneau passes Strozak, back to Charbonneau, loads up a shot, going to go wide of the net. Brink may have a play on it. Clemens will pinch. Pinches, cuts to the middle. Shot. Save. Good creative play by Addie Clemens from the blue line. Puck steamrolled out of the zone by the Jaguars. Clemens getting bothered. Shot got taken there. Stanislawski was on point. Saw the shot coming in. She's able to get the freeze, prevent the shorthanded goal. 44 seconds left on the power play. We'll get another set of forwards and defensemen out. Looks like we'll have Brandt, Schneider, and Petz with Britz and Shuddy. Shuddy's going to rim that one around the wall to Britz. Britz, little touch pass to Petz. Petz, pass up to Schneider. Schneider drives to the goal line. Passing attempt. In the slot, Shuddy's going to play it down below the goal line. Brandt gives chase. They'll fan on the pass. Britz is able to move a little bit lower to the net front, but cleared by the Jaguars. Just 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Shuddy pulls up behind the net. Pass to Brandt. Brandt finds Britz. Britz back to Brandt. Disrupted play by the Jaguars. Playing, battling from her knees. She's going to play the puck down below the goal line. Puck will rim around to Britz. Britz backhand clear by Schneider. It's a little bit of breathing space for the Wildcats. Clemens turns up ice, McLean turned up ice to look at options. Pass came to the blue line. Jaguars threatening to get one here. Clemens took a good bump there. Everybody's good to go. Strozak skated away from pressure, clears his own. Pass off the wall, picked off by Smith. Smith, she'll dump past Strozak on the forecheck. Puck slid under Strozak's stick, travels up the wall, and the one-on-one foot race to the puck. McLean will get enough of it and stop it in its tracks for Clemens to come back and support. Raven Brink crosses the Wildcat blue line. Didn't quite make it across the red line, or the center ice line, and be icing. 58 seconds left in the first period. First of two games, we'll have varsity playing right after JV game wraps up. We have a Brandt on the drop. Puck's played down below the goal line. Shuddy collects. Turnover forced by the Jaguars. Shot hits Brandt's skate. Poke checked off a Brink's stick. Shuddy on the tie-up. With indirect pass off the wall to the point by the Jaguars. Shot going to be wide of the net. Charbonneau will have to hustle to get to it. Centering pass comes through the high slot. Brink trying to tie up. Pass to Shuddy. Brandt's going to pick it up. Here comes Brandt. Ava Brandt driving wide. Loads up a shot. Didn't get enough of it. Here comes McLean. She may have a chance. Shot blocked. The Wildcats will go off for a change. Schneider. Right at the end of the period, Wildcats trying to drum up a chance. Still zeros here in Waconia. One period in the books, 2 to go. Thanks for tuning in. Thursday night game. Take a short break and we'll come back for the second period. All right, we're back. Teams will switch ends. See, Stanislawski's already in her cage, ready to go. Shutout after one for both teams. And the puck drops, and we commence the second period. Raven Brink attack in front of the Wildcat bench. And the Jaguars, poke check by Clemens. Puck picked up at the dot, shot. Hit some traffic, going to come below the goal line. And breakout pass to Brink. Strozak follows her pass. Pass to the slot, that hit a set of Jaguar skates. Pass off the wall by Clemens to Brink. There's McLean, shot. Dangerous one there. Looks like McLean shot caught a piece of a Jaguar stick and it fluttered up in the air. That can be just enough to throw off a goalie's timing. That's on the draw. Puck recovered by the Jaguars. They'll move through the neutral zone. That on the wall by Seraphin. Smith pushing to get the puck out of the zone. She's successful. The Jaguars are going to have to tag up. Errant pass picked off by Simonson. Here comes Ellie Simonson. She'll dump. Pets tried to head it off. Puck played up the wall. Pinched by Brits. Chips back down low to Pets. Brits will pinch again. Jaguar is able to break it out of the zone. Maddie Smith on the back check, taking away that passing option for Bloomington Jefferson. There's a chance for the Jaguars. Shot saved by Stanislawski. Loose puck. Oh, and deflected out to Smith. Here comes Addie Smith. Pass to Simonson. Simonson will race for it. Put some pressure on the defense for the Jaguars. Long pass, that hit Brooklyn Hen. Jaguars with a chance. Backhand to forehand shot. Forehand to backhand, read by Stanislawski. She got across the net front. Stayed low to the ice, got the cover. Face off in the Wildcat zone, 12:51 remaining in the second period. Shot on goal update in favor of Bloomington, 8-6. Equipment repair for Stanislawski. Schneider stepping in there to help. Doesn't hurt to have a second set of hands. That goes behind the net. Played off the back wall by Schneider to Hen. That comes to the point, shot. That one made its way to Stanislawski. She was able to deflect it off to the back wall. McLean able to force a turnover. She's going to go to the opposite side. Clemens won the race, lost an edge, has McLean stepping in to support. Hen's going to drop down to the goal line to help. Clearing attempt held in. McLean back to retrieve for the Wildcats. Pass to Clemens. Pass picked off. Shot, stick saved by Stanislawski. Hen turned up ice. She's going to kick it back up to her stick. Turnover at the blue line. Pass to the weak side. Sticked away by Ryland. Tie up by Hen. McLean coming in and helping too. With no icing, here comes Brooklyn Hen. Puck is going to travel up along the neutral zone. Strozak had a play on it, played it across the blue line, back into the neutral zone. Pinched by Olivia Serafin. Poke check to force that turnover. Keep playing aggressive. Here comes Raven Brink right in front of the Wildcat bench. Wall pickup. Pushes the puck low, has Charbonneau. Charbonneau on her backhand behind the net. Works up the side wall. Looks like arm is up. The referee can be icing on the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. 10:53 left in the second. Some current events and upcoming events have our Hockey Fights Cancer Night on Saturday. Wildcats take on Holy Angels. Puck drops, face off one back to Serafin. She'll backhand it down to the corner. Puck will come behind the net. Met by Jefferson. Charbonneau from the corner. Centering attempt. Picked off. Here come the Jaguars out of the zone. Serafin will chip it deep. She goes on the attack. Good wheels on Serafin. She can close the gap really quick. Puck picked up behind the net. Nice move by Strozak. Talk about some deception. Look at that. Strozak made it look like she was going to go behind the net, and she pulled back out. Tucked it in on the short side. Goalie didn't have a clue. Open cage to put it into. We'll wait for the call on the what the scoring is on that, but I don't know if there was an assist, but really creative play by Kristen Strozak. Wildcats get on the board first, 1-0. Puck travels up the wall, and Shuddy chips low to Simonson. Apologies, I missed the call on it. I think Pena got one of the assists, but there were two assists on the play. Leah Brits on the good tie-up, good back check. Defensive partner Shuddy stepping in to help. Two-on-two tie-up. One of the Jefferson players kind of got dumped. That's by her own player. Puck comes out of the scrum to Smith. And back to Brits. Brits will reverse behind the net. And Shuddy and the safety valve pass there. Good creative play. Defensive pass. Poke check by Simonson. Simonson will dump into the Jaguars' end. Comes into the neutral zone. Addie Clemens. Brandt. Dump has Schneider on the attack. Here's Brandt with a shot to goal! Ava Brandt gets the second one of the night for the Wildcats. Assist credited to Schneider. Wildcats staying all over the puck. Schneider got it to the net front. Brandt was coming in and one-timer and hammered it home. Set of Wildcat forwards to come out. We have Strozak, Charbonneau, and Brink. Clemens and McLean will be your defensemen.
Scoring for the Wildcats, 25.
Play in the corner by Charbonneau. Have Strozak coming in to help stop from the point. That one is a block on McLean. McLean pass up ice. Found Strozak. Brink from the hash marks, looking low for Strozak. Intercepted by Bloomington Jefferson. Cross center ice, nice move to the middle. Shot and a save by Rylan Stanislawski. Playing sharp tonight. Here comes another shot from the high slot pass. Tip Didn't connect. Pass low. Charbonneau will elect to ice. Check at the clock. Shots on goal still in favor of Bloomington Jefferson. 10-8, 7:42 remaining in the second period. Shot right off the draw. Glove saved by Rylan Stanislawski. Centering pass intercepted by Seraphin. Seraphin has some room in front of her. See what she does. Drive wide. She's going to chip it wide. Hustle down to the goal line. Jaguar is able to force a turnover and a zone clear. That's how quick the Wildcats can get up ice. Seraphin will play it to the back wall. Just out of the reach of Pena. Chip back behind the net by Bloomington. Seraphin with some board play. As Pet's coming back to help. Pet's breakout pass to Smith just got out ahead of her, and the Jaguars will dump. Seraphin on the regroup. Cross-ice pass connects to Simonson. Smith was able to get enough of it to get it across the blue line. The Wildcats were changing. Give Jefferson a chance to clear. Pena. Breakout pass to Schneider. Jaguars dump. Give Seraphin a chance to pick it up. Seraphin. Pass is going to go through the neutral zone. Has enough roll on it. Here comes Brandt. Back check by Brooklyn Henn. Brandt picks up the puck. Stick handles around Henn. Pass to Schneider. Just out in front of her. Schneider. Backhand to Brandt. Rolling puck calmed down by Brandt. Shot. Flip to the net. Chance for Henn. Henn shot hit the goalie high. Rebound to Schneider. Puck is still loose. No whistle. Referee sees it. Henn's got a player holding on to her. Well, I don't know. What do you do? It looked like Henn's going to go to the box. See, a Jaguar player was holding on to her, trying to pull her down. Brooklyn may have given her a little bit of help. The referees are just going to call it on the Wildcats. Power play opportunity for Bloomington Jefferson to eat into this Wildcat lead. 5:46 left. In the second period, Wildcat penalty killers will be Ava Brandt. It's like Emerson Shuddy shot. Blocker saved by Stanislawski. Leah Blitz and Sydney Schneider as well. Power in the penalty kill for the Wildcats. Pass to the point. Pass low. Tip attempt. Good tie up by Britz. Jaguar player overskates the puck. Schneider was looking for Brandt, maybe. Pass to the high slot. Shot from the point. Blocked by Brandt. Brandt plays it to the wall. Pick up her glove, and it's cleared by Schneider. Minute 22 remaining on the power play. Bloomington goalie plays it up to her defense. Good pressure by number 25, Ava Brandt. Here comes Chloe Charbonneau. Good pressure to eat into this power play time. Pass caught enough of Strozak. Strozak stays on the back check. Played into the neutral zone by the Jaguars. Shuddy making a play on the wall. There's a clear by, looks like we have Charbonneau. 45 seconds remaining on the penalty kill. Wildcats 2-goal lead late in the second period. Chloe Charbonneau pinned on the wall. Grace McLean stepped down to help. Jaguars start up ice. There's quite the reaction out of the crowd. Like behind the play, Wildcats will Coincidental penalties. Some extracurriculars behind the play by Charbonneau and one of the Jaguar players. Got a period of hockey to play left here. Might get pretty interesting. Referee's getting it sorted out. I think we're going to have some 4-on-3 hockey. 29 seconds. As the Hen putt penalty expires, Wildcats will go even strength. And they'll have a short power play. So just enough time to get another goal. Create a little bit more momentum in this game. Jaguars pass to the middle. Can't connect. Puck's going to come to the sidewall. Played low by Jefferson. Good stick by McLean to chip that to the back wall. McLean keeping the puck on the perimeter. Tie up on the wall. Jefferson players finally coming in to help. Just move from the goal line. Pass doesn't connect. It's going to pull the Jaguars out of the zone. And penalty is over. Wildcats are even strength. Jefferson has 5 players too. Apologies, there was a coincidental penalties, so we have even strength hockey. Nice move to the middle. Spinning shot hits the side of the net. Hung up on the back of the net. Shot from the goal line. Going to go through the net front. The referees are going to call it. So Brandt got a little bit too much of Jaguar player. Too much of the body, not enough of the puck, and Wildcats will go back on the penalty kill. We'll look at our number 1 penalty killer in net, Rylan Stanislavski. In a solid game. Wildcats shorthanded again. Brooklyn Hen taking the draw. As Raven Brink, here's a chance for the Jaguars. Shot, glove saved by Ryland. Clearing attempt by Pena will make its way to Brink's stick. Brink has some room, so she's going to skate it. Poke check by Seraphin. Wildcats work deep into our Jaguars into Wildcat territory. Centering attempt and a clearing attempt, unsuccessful. Jefferson shot wide of the net. Puck will rim up the sidewall to Brink. Jaguar is able to gain possession. Centering pass picked off by Hen. Hen will clear. Touched up by the goaltender and played to the wall. Here's Hen. Hen cross ice. Pass down low to Strozak. Strozak had her stick lifted. Just got to look at the clock. Brandt's penalty was a 5-minute. Pass to the point. Shot. Wide of the net. And hustles to the sidewall. Clearing attempt. Makes it across the blue line. Jefferson will have to hustle back. Strozak with pressure. And puck met at the red line by Harapena. One-timer doesn't connect. Pena successful on the chip to Schneider. And Schneider will play it through the neutral zone. Seraphin on the regroup. He's up through the middle. Shot by Schneider. Save. Wildcats on the long penalty kill. 3:05 left. 5-minute major. You guys stand. Puck drops, face-off won by Bloomington Jefferson. Pass along the back wall, up the sidewall, held in by Shuddy. Oh, deflection. Just came loose. Goalie didn't get a good play on it. Simonson might have had a gift there. 1 minute remaining in the second period. Brits tie up in the corner, spins off of a player, able to get the tie up. Seaton time off this power play. Shot from below. Stick saved by Ryland. Puck moves behind the net, picked up by Shuddy. Played to the sidewall. 28 seconds remaining in the second. Jefferson with some time on the outside. Pass up high. D-to-D pass. Mishandled. Some space. Pass to the high slot. Shot. Blocked by Simonson. Backhand saved. Bad save by Stanislawski. And that's ate into about over half of that power play. Solid goaltending tonight from Waconia. Strozak and Simonson will stay on for the final 7 seconds. Forwards, Brits and Shuddy will be the defensemen. 7 seconds is plenty of time to score a goal. Puck drops. Clearing attempt by Strozak is successful, and that will do it for 2 periods of play. Wildcats, 2-goal lead over the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. Shots on goal, 15-12 in favor of Bloomington Wildcats, with the edge, though, on the scoreboard. Cut the mic for the intermission. We'll come back for the second period. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you in a few. But anyways, the rest is history. All right, back for the third period. Wildcats will start it out shorthanded. Minute 51 remaining on 5-minute major. Penalty killers will be Kristen Strozak, Chloe Charbonneau at forward with Maddie Clemens and Grace McLean at D. Wildcats 2-0 lead. Jaguars with plenty of chances towards the end of the second period. Stanislawski having a great game. Here comes McLean. McLean will play through the neutral zone and all the way down into Jaguar territory. Picked up on the back wall, passed up the wall. Clemens on the pinch. Strozak with pressure, carried through the neutral zone by Bloomington. Jaguars drive wide, load up a shot, pad save by Stanislawski, rebound to the corner. Minute 20 remaining on the power play. Shot's going to go wide of the net. And through traffic, McLean clearing attempt held in at the point. Jaguars pass to the middle. One-timer didn't go. Tied up in the player's feet. Pass from the hash marks to the point. Shot, glove save by Stanislawski. Kicks it out of the air like it's nothing. 57 seconds left on the power play. We'll have Josie Betts coming out to take the draw. Ellie Simonson, fellow forward on the penalty kill. Emerson Shuddy and Leah Britz at D. Luck drops. Pass to the point for Bloomington. Shot and a tip, and that one is in the net. Number 21 for Bloomington had this and that, but Britz is all over, but opportunistic play, and Jaguars get their first of the night. Wildcats still up a goal, 2-1. 13:57 left in the third period. Wildcats almost made it through that 5-minute major. And Brandt stays in the box due to the major penalty. Shuddy will dump. Jaguars have some room. They break out. Push through the neutral zone. Cut to the middle. Shot. He hit that post or caught Stanislawski's stick. But rebound had enough to go all the way up to the point. Move from the hash marks, pass to the point. Fan on the shot. Enough space. Pass back to the point. Tipped by Petz. Puck will come to the corner. Good reach by Shuddy. Shot, stick save. Rebound loose. Stanislawski got the second save. Simonson's clearing attempt comes to the point. Wildcats are even strength. Britz will clear. Icing on Waconia. 13 minutes remaining in regulation. Ava Brandt taking the draw for Waconia, Ella Brockmeyer, and appears to be Sydney Schneider. Here comes Brockmeyer, number 11, moving through the neutral zone, driving wide. Plays the puck down below the goal line. Brandt shot from the goal line. Just out of the reach of Schneider. Here's Clemens attempting to keep it in. Jaguars will dump. McLean will have to hustle to win this race to the puck. Shot from the point, hit a set of skates. Puck's loose. Shot goes just wide of the net. Played back to the opposite corner. Playing on the tie-up has Brockmeyer with support. Pass to the slot, going to move through the slot and pull the Jaguars out of the zone. Icing on Bloomington, 12:04 remaining in regulation. Wildcat goals, I believe one came in the first, one came in the second. Strozak and Brandt, the goals for Waconia. Face off, won by Strozak to Brink. Here comes Strozak, pass off the back wall to Charbonneau. Charbonneau back to Strozak. Couldn't connect. Charbonneau picks it up at the hash marks. Shot's going to go past the net front. Sidewall to Brink. Play into the neutral zone, picked up by Shuddy. Nice move, walks into the zone. So ribbing the puck around the wall to the opposite side. Brink looking to move the puck high to Britz. Played back low to Strozak. Strozak from the back wall to Charbonneau. Charbonneau. A slap pass to Brink. Chance for Strozak, just missed it. Poke check by Britz. Negate the Bloomington Jefferson attack. Jefferson able to still stay on the puck. Raven Brink met at the blue line, chipped out by Leah Britz. Jefferson has to tag up, and they do. Shot blocked by number 18, Shuddy. Kicked by Strozak. Bouncing puck, just hard to corral here in the defensive zone. Wildcats don't want to leave the puck just bouncing around. Passing attempt, and that one went off the side of the net. I think it maybe caught Stanislawski's skate. It's in the back of the net. We got a tie game. The Wildcats letting their foot off the gas a little bit. Bouncing pucks in the defensive zone. Want to make sure to box out, skate it away from danger, and make a good pass. Brand new game, 10:41 left in the third period. Josie Petz lines up to take the draw for Waconia. Ellie Simonson and Addie Smith. Wings with Addie Clemens and Grace McLean at D. Josie Petz crosses the blue line. Drops it back to Clemens. Clemens passes off the wall, a little bit too much on it. Jefferson able to get possession. Pass through the neutral zone. Petz goes to head off the play. Jefferson will dump. McLean retrieves for the Wildcats. Pass up the wall to Simonson. Clemens plays the body, maybe saves the goal right there. The 25 for Jefferson was coming in hot. Across the blue line. Simonson with pressure. Poke check by Clemens. Jefferson, chance from the goal line, wraparound, saved by Stanislawski. Shuddy pushing through traffic, has Brockmeyer coming back to help. It's a move to the goal and reverses. Pass to Brandt, Brandt to Schneider. Brandt retrieves, loses an edge. She's up, she's good to go. Tie up in front of the Waconia bench. Schneider hustles back and turns up ice for Waconia. Pass block, Brockmeyer. Backhand pass through the neutral zone to Brandt. Brockmeyer stays on the attack, except we're getting a couple other Wildcats changing. And Brockmeyer on the back check as well. Puck carried in offsides. Wildcats have to tag up. Charbonneau on the back check, turns up ice for Waconia. Puck's just kind of moving between the blue lines at this point. It's Grace McLean, good pressure by the Jaguars. McLean creating some space. Moves it to Strozak. Strozak turns up at the goal line. Strong forward check by the Jaguars. Pass to the slot. McLean on the tie-up. Strong defense out of number 16 tonight. Shot's going to go wide up the wall to Charbonneau. Has Brink wide open in the middle. Brink has Strozak. Strozak in over the blue line. Offside. Wildcats had a chance 2-on-1. Can you check the broadcast and just see if it's on? All right, looks like we're going to get another penalty. Tripping on Waconia. Off the draw, shot just goes wide of the net. Clemens pass to Brockmeyer. D to D pass, or forward to D pass, shot and save. Stanislawski making another save. She's got her 21st of the night. .7:23 remaining in regulation. Face-off won by Brandt, back to McLean. McLean looked in the direction of Clemens, centering attempt, shot just wide of the net. Puck's picked up in the corner. Pass to the point. Shot deflected, sticked away by Clemens. Brockmeyer's clearing attempt, has enough. Brandt fighting through a check. Here comes Brockmeyer, hustling to the net. Play it to the corner. Brockmeyer still able to get the first touch. Jefferson moving through the zone with speed. Good stick by Leah Britz. Rebound, the shot, and a goal. Jefferson get the go-ahead goal. Power play goal, their second of the night. Wildcats 6:42 remaining in regulation. Got some time to tie it up and get on the right side of this score. Strozak lines up for Waconia. Hustles to the puck, tries to chip it around the defenseman. Charbonneau got there and she chips deep. Stays on the attack. Shuddy on the poke check. Puck comes to Charbonneau. Charbonneau cuts across traffic. Ran into a few bodies there. Shuddy on the back check. Wraparound attempt. Going to go through the net front. Picked up on the wall by Jefferson. Time and space. Shot deflected off of a stick and a skate. That's another one for Bloomington. Up 4-2. Man, just a bad bounce there, but the defenseman for Bloomington Jefferson had a little bit too much time. Puck drops, 6:03 left on the clock. Poke check by Smith. Ooh, puck caught a stick and deflected up into the Bloomington bench. With a short stoppage, Trina stopped by to say hi to us. Puck drops, face off 1 to Clemens. Clemens. Nice move, pirouette around a forward, coming out with pressure, plays it deep to Simonson. Puck chipped around McLean. Clemens hustles back to pick it up. No icing. Off the skate into the slot, picked up by McLean. McLean looking for Pets. Held in at the blue line. Jefferson driving low. Play by Clemens. Puck still on the side of the net in the danger zone. Puck comes to the point. Clemens finishing her check down in the opposite side. I don't know if the camera got it, but I got to see it. Nice physical play. Smith on the clearing chance. Shuddy's going to gain the red line. pass to Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer's shot, toe save. Rebound comes to the corner, picked up by Brockmeyer, pass to Britz. Breakout pass by the Jaguars. Deep into Wildcat territory, centering chance and a tip wide of the net. Puck held in at the blue line. Shuddy picks it up in the high slot. Pass off of Brockmeyer's skates. Schneider on the attack. Got a stick on it. Puck played up the wall to Britz. Poke check by Britz. Just enough number 13 to help Shuddy. Give her a little bit of time. Shuddy, nice stick handling. Turns up ice. Pass is going to be behind Brandt. Just passed inside of the 4-minute mark. 3:50 left on the clock. Puck picked up by Leah Britz. Finds Ava Brandt in the neutral zone. Puck poke checked away. Shuddy trying to create some offense. Made a move at the blue line. Smart play, a poke check, and maybe spring one of the forwards on a breakaway. Results in an offsides. Face off in front of the Waconia bench. Looks like Wildcats will call a timeout. Wildcats up 2-0 at one point in this game. 4 unanswered goals by Bloomington Jefferson. A lot of penalty time for the Wildcats tonight. One bad bounce. And gives us the result that we're seeing on the scoreboard, but let's see what they can do. A couple quick goals, maybe a readjustment to strategy, and Coach Grundhofer talking through it with the team. Yeah. All right, buzzer sounds, and we're ready to play hockey again. I've been on the other side on the bench a few times, and buzzer sounds and whistle sounds, and sometimes it takes 2 or 3 whistles from the referees to get the coaches to wrap it up. Come on! Been guilty of it. Wildcats start the remainder of the third period. So Kristen Strozak, Addie Clemens stepping in to take the draw forward. Raven Brink, Addie Smith, Grace McLean, and Addie Clemens as well. I think I said her name. Offsides on the Jaguars. Puck drops, face-off won by the Jaguars. Walk the red line, they'll dump. McLean tied up on the wall. Strozak stepping in to support. Clemens, nice play through the hands. The Jaguars just keeping the Wildcats bottled up. Glove saved by Stanislawski. Rebound picked up by Clemens and skated away. He's going to get the clear. No icing. Strozak on the attack. It's a skate move by the Jefferson defense. Jaguars drive wide. Shot, save. Rebound carried away by Britz. Britz gains the red line. She's going to dump. Puck played back up the point to Britz. She'll walk down the wall. Shot's going to go wide of the net. Brockmeyer's fresh on the ice. Locks up in the corner. Jaguars win the 3-on-1 battle, and they lug the puck up the ice, moving through the zone with speed. Shot wide of the net. Puck careens up the wall, held in. Shuddy on the tie-up. Puck travels back up to the point. Shot, tips, going to go wide or high of the net. Simonson ties up, plays it to Strozak, just out of her reach. Minute 45 remaining in regulation, time ticking off the clock. Brockmeyer crosses the red line, moves into the zone. Pass to the slot ahead of Petz. Puck cleared in the neutral zone. Clemens tried to pull back up. Just had a hand pass in front of the Waconia bench. Touch pass from Brockmeyer just ahead of Petz. Grant loses an edge. Petz is going to back check. She loses an edge as well. Ice is really slippery in front of that door. Chance for Petz and Brandt. The chip pass to Abel. Brandt pulls up, takes the shot, hits the goalie high, rebound into the corner. So the inch to the left. That one might have been over the goalie's shoulder. Comes Clemens. Wildcats not going silent into the night. Shot from the blue line, sticked away. 40 seconds remaining. Here comes Abel Brandt. Shot, bad save, rebound, wide of the net. Shuddy's shot to the net, hits the side of the net. Brink is going to get to it. Here's Brink on her backhand. Shot, save, hit the goalie high. A scrum in front of the net. Everybody's keeping it clean. 24.8 remaining on the clock. Wildcats still down 2. Extra man attacker. Stanislavski is off the ice. Brockmeyer comes out. He's the 6th player. Schneider on the drop. Backhand. Wins it to Brink. Brink shot. Through the net front. Shuddy on the pinch. Player without her stick. Gets it back. Here's Brandt. Pass to the middle. That one misses the mark. And Jefferson able to cross the red line. See if they can hit the open cage. 3 seconds remaining. And they do. The 5th marker of the night. Jefferson will win this one. And 1 second left on the clock. 5-2 victory over Waconia. First of 2 on the night. Matchups between Waconia and Bloomington Jefferson teams. At our varsity team puck drop at 7 p.m. With a little break in between games and come back for our second game. The first couple periods of play by the Wildcats, a little bit of power. Our penalties, penalty kill times, I think it just added up on them, but that'll do it. Keep the microphone on for the handshake, and we will adjourn and come back at 7 for the varsity game. Thanks for tuning in.